Hello, everyone. Your professor is here again to have a video discussion about our course guide so that you will be guided on all the different things that will be undertaken for this semester. So you can see on the slide that the images has something to do with personal identification techniques, of which it represents all the types of PI in a way to establish the identity of the person. And behind that are the pictures that pertains to our laboratory activities that had been undertaken during the face-to-face classes. So this is a way to inspire you and for you to know what to expect. And this would give you also such excitement. Okay, so for the next, we all know that this subject or course is known as personal identification techniques and it is forensic too. And yours truly is your professor for this class, Dr. Jonna B. Badwa. And to tell you, I've been also teaching this for many years and I already published books with up to third edition, I think. So if you want also to have more readings and for you to gain more knowledge about personal identification techniques, you can also buy online the book through Wise Maths Books Trading. You can just approach me or you can just directly message Wise Man's Books Trading. So along with this, for the course design, you can see in there the title. And of course, for the course overview, uh, this course covers the different methods of personal identification as an aid to crime detection, investigation, information, and as evidence for prosecution of an offense or felony. So it includes the processes of recording, processing, preservation, and court presentation. So the study of personal identification as a course for criminology students provides an avenue to be trained and develop your competencies needed in this field of study. In the context of this course, you will find it somewhat difficult, but the appreciation of it would instill a deeper sense of motivation for you to keep learning and be inspired of what you can discover about yourself. So I will also be introducing to you the course learning outcomes. So for the duration of this semester, you should be able to know the different personal identification techniques, its relevance to criminal detection and investigation. So the learners are expected to explain the relevance of personal identification to criminal investigation, differentiate the various personal identification techniques, and apply some procedures. So explain the concepts of dactyloscopy, demonstrate the processes governing dactyloscopy, then classify a set of fingerprints using the Henry System classification formula, and discuss the relevance and processes of the automated fingerprint identification system. So you will also weigh the value of fingerprint as evidence in court and at the same time create and interpret a fingerprint comparison chart. So all of these are expected from the learners once you already finish this course. So don't you find it challenging? So as you can see, again, difficulty always comes to your mind, but I assure you, you will enjoy the rest of the semester for this. Okay, so for the module and unique topics, these are the different modules with its respective title and of course the details about it. So module 1, personal identification techniques and criminal investigation. Okay, so this module will provide you an understanding about personal identification and its relationship to criminal investigation. So module 2, personal identification techniques and its applied procedures. So this would also provide you insights about the different personal identification techniques. So example of these are criminal anthropometry, criminal anthropology, odontology, photography, iris recognition, graphology, DNA fingerprinting, gait analysis, horoscopy, podoscopy, radiology. So it enables you to become skilled in the identification of persons. So all of these things will be covered. So can you see now the coverage? It's very wide, isn't it? So, but this is now the challenge for you to widen also your knowledge in terms of personal identification techniques. So in module 3, it pertains to dactyloscopy. So what are expected in here? So you will try to go over about the history of dactyloscopy and engage with the various processes governing this field of study. So you will enable to identify the fingerprint patterns, the core and delta. You have to take a look where is the core in your fingerprint patterns at the same time the delta. There are several rules to consider here. So you will also be recording fingerprints of a living person and a dead person. So that is on post-mortem fingerprinting. So lifting of accidental print or chance impression and legal requirements will also be adhered with in this particular module. So for module 4 is the Henry system classification. So this has been initiated and made known by Edward Richard Henry, who was known to be the father of fingerprints. So rules are also provided and you will be required to apply the formula so that you will come up with accurate classification of set of fingerprints. So Module 5 has something to do with the automated fingerprint identification system. And of course, this is essential in criminal investigation. So it provides a comprehensive details in its features and processes. So accordingly, for the last module, that is on module 6, the value of fingerprint evidence in the court of law. So this module will enlighten the learner on the legality of fingerprints and the manner of presentation in court. So these are the different modules you will expect in this subject. So for you to be guided, this module was prepared for you to work on diligently and independently. So this is meant for you to instill knowledge and skills in personal identification, which helps you in coping up with law enforcement work, specifically in the field of scientific criminal investigation. So this is the application of the different PI techniques that you will be learning because it is essential that all investigations is based on scientific manner or scientific aspect. And this is very relevant for the administration of justice. So, moreover, by conquering the topics of this module and completing all necessary details or the competencies in here, you will be able to champion this subject. So, I will be giving you an award to be the champs or known as PI champs. So, would that be okay? So, that is exciting anyway. So for you to be guided, these are some of the icons that you could refresh or review for you to know what is expected and how would you do this module and to avoid stress. So first thing is that you have to utilize your calendar effectively. So make the necessary schedule as to the submission. You have to make sure you have to mark on your calendar the deadline, the due date, so that you will not be cramming by the time that the uh, assignment or requirements will be closing in your canvas. So take a look at that. It's very important. You do the calendar, you have to check activities, deadlines, due dates, and many more. So you have to prioritize things. especially with your studies. So it's good that if you will work, but I again encourage you to prioritize your studies. Focus your attention. Do your work one at a time. If you find the discussion difficult, try to read the material again. If it is still not working, look for the additional resources. So that is why we will be uploading files, and you could also use the internet as one of your resources. But make sure that in giving your answers, do not just copy details from the net. Okay? So work at your finest. In answering your formative assessment, summative assessment, and other activities, always work with quality. I always believe that you can do it at your best. So this is very important. Do not just submit requirements just for compliance. And then that would again be a problem. Mom, why is it that I obtain a failing grade? I obtain an incomplete. I I even pass all my requirements. So it's not just a matter of passing requirements, but the quality itself would be determined by your professor. So quality is given importance in the submission of assignment, and that is also basis for giving you grades. So do not just intend to copy, just intend to cut and paste, or uh, just borrow the assignment of your classmates, then you upload in the Canvas. So that is not supposed to be your attitude. Okay, one thing more is submit on time. So many of you are delayed in submission. Many would just have it a package submission in the finals. So we just don't know why is it that you are doing this. And this could also become a problem again on the part of teacher. So they would have difficulty as to look the location where you submitted, or whether or not you will again be called by your teacher to submit. So submit it on time. You have to be matured enough in meeting deadlines. Time is gold, so manage your time for your studies. Okay, before the end of prelims, midterms, and finals, you have to make sure that you had submitted and accomplished all your requirements. So it is not supposed to be our duty to remind you from time to time. You know your responsibility. You have to check the notification or the due dates in your Canvas. Do not make unnecessary uh, reasons or unacceptable reasons that I went to like this and like that. No, that is no longer accepted. Okay. In here, we speak of quality. Okay. So you have to be patient. While waiting patiently for my feedback on your work, engage yourself in other activities that can contribute to this subject. So what is also given emphasis in here is that as a teacher or as faculty member, we have a lot of work or engagement in the university. Not at all time that we could focus in checking. So please wait patiently, and you can do more of your readings. You can have an advanced reading, or you could do some researches. And again, answer confidently. In answering the different assessments, make sure to write neatly and legibly. Answer briefly and concisely in an essay type assessment. Ensure your complete solution in solving activities. So do not shortcut. Do not just submit 50 words for an essay. You have to follow instruction as given by your instructor. Okay, so that you will obtain a high grade. Again, I always reiterate the quality of output is very important. So do not question again your faculty members why you obtained an incomplete or failing grade. It does not mean that if you pass requirements, that would let you pass the subject. Okay, work on your own. You have to be honest. Do not let others write your assignment or do it for you or answer it for you. You have to work independently. Teamwork is essential in some other aspect, but when it comes to answering such requirement, is not acceptable, and that is cheating. Okay? But if you do not understand, you can seek for assistance or help, but do not let them do your assignment. It's just a matter of seeking for more explanation that would be acceptable, but never for them to write. your assignment. And one thing more, you just enjoy learning because in learning, you will have that excitement, you will have that fulfillment, and uh, make learning more challenging, somewhat meaningful. Okay, so just enjoy. Let's learn and have fun for it. Okay, so these are your icons that would probably guide you on how you will do your subject or activities for the whole duration of the semester. And of course, contact me. But for us to have official means of coordination, we will now be using the Canvas. No more GC. Okay. So it is in this way that we could determine those who are officially enrolled. Only those officially enrolled are in the Canvas and who could only access the details of lessons and everything and even announcement. So please refrain also from messaging during nighttime. Faculty members are just human. They have their family to attend to and other personal matters. Okay, so please, we are only working from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. That's it. So, of course, you keep in contact, but if you had sent messages, you cannot expect that we always read that from time to time because we also have other class schedules. We cannot read it at the same time teaching or working with other documents. Okay, so face to face, of course, now that we are having a lower alert level, then we will be expecting face-to-face activities. So just make a preparation for this and, of course, prepare yourself. So hoping that we could have this face-to-face the soonest. Anyway, I had already had a separate discussion with you on the summary of activities. So in here, evaluation, you have to read all the files, the lectures in there, answer the discussion activities, submit requirement in each period, then you have to accomplish prelim, midterm, and final exams and other assessment method. So quizzes will also be given, course evaluation activities. So these are the different means that will be used. Software, PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, Canvas, and Adobe Flash. So Canvas is the primary learning management system that we have, and we can also have access to Google Meet or Google. If you intend to, if we are going to have the online classes, we usually have the Google Meet, but announcement shall still be made in the Canvas. So all official transactions of faculty and student, Canvas will be used. So no more asking of your GC so that we could be more organized, systematic in Canvas. So for the grading system, of course, you have the prelim grade formula. So you have to make sure you have to do your best in class standing, final, the midterm, end term, and final. All of these things will be computed. Your recitation, class reports, participation, and term paper and attendance matters when it comes to grading. So do not just submit module. Some of you are just submitting module even they are not attending online classes. That is useless. Okay, so you will not uh, probably be given the chance to pass the subject. So your facilitator is yours truly. And this is my official educational institution account, jona.badwat.nw.edu.ph. Okay, so you can officially contact me in there. And I will also be making posts on the NW Criminology FB page. So if you are aware on that. So we have here also letter to the learners. So dear students, good day to all. Welcome to the new normal way of learning. At present, learning is quite tough due to the health pandemic, but I am so happy that we are here together and becoming resilient in quest for a brighter future. There may be concerns as we go through our lessons, but I assure you that you will have much fun while you learn. Just feel free to keep in touch, and I will always be here to respond the best I can. Remember, this module is exclusively for you, and as we embrace the new normal in the academic field, let us remain to be stronger and empower ourselves because knowledge is power. So that is from me. So these are my references. Okay. And you can also have wider readings in the internet for you to be equipped with sufficient knowledge regarding this subject. So for the support system in terms of finances, finance department is in there. For student concerns and other students activities, USA is there. Regarding your Canvas concerns, SERP, and your password account, just message Nexus. And for registrar, regarding your students' records, you can contact them. And of course, CCJE office is open for consultation. And still, you have to engage also with your year level advisor. So at this point in time, we end it for this part. So see you again for next session. Again, John Abadwa signing off and have a good day. Bye, everyone.